Prince Charming? Yes, you want to know recipe to success because you want to come to Ukraine and succeed meeting your super princess because of love, because of family values, because of making this world a better place. And here, our dear sociologist Julia Mazaros was doing a research, I think for the entire year,
Yes.
right? And I gave her my database of successful couples. And she was sitting and doing her scientific magic. And now I want her to share the results. So let's listen to her, Julia.
Okay, thank you, Natalie, for having me and for sharing that data about the successful couples. First off, I just wanted to say that most of the men in Natalie's database are very educated and are coming from more professional jobs. I would say that it's much easier for a professional guy who's earning above, at least I would say $80,000 to make this work because it is easier just because you do need to have some resources to be able to come here on a relatively frequent basis. And I think that's the major key to success is that you need to come often. Once you meet someone, you can't sit and tell them, well, I'll come back next year. Please wait for me. No woman is really wanting to wait a year for her Prince Charming to come back. And as we were talking a little bit before the video, Natalie pointed out that most of your successful clients come back every 2-3 months. Yes. And so in order to be able to do that, you have to have some financial stability for that. In addition, most of the guys are coming from the US and a lot of guys from California and Texas and Florida, it would seem. So those states are some of the more popular states. That's just a random fact, not necessarily an indicator of success. But I feel that most women here would prefer a guy who lives somewhat closer to a city. Yes, especially a Kyiv woman. Yes, so she doesn't want to necessarily live too remote. What else would you have seen that I've not mentioned, do you think, for successful guys?
Successful guys use their charm and sense of humor, and they're not afraid to ask direct questions. For example, I'm recommending that to my successful guys. So say you have a good date, you're attracted to the woman, this is your third date. Either have me there to break the ice or talk to the girl directly if she speaks enough English, but tell her what keeps you in Ukraine. What is there anything that does not allow you to relocate immediately? Do you have any debts? That's the question. What about your parents? Do you take care of them? How much it costs you? What about your job? Will your job let you go? How soon? What about the child? Will the father give the permission? So you need to start preparing this ground, because if you are fully in love and then it appears like, oops, she's got like $90,000 debt for the apartment, you know.
Yeah, that could be a big problem, definitely. So being prepared and being on top of it and communicative with your potential partner.
And women will not be put off by these questions, by the way. And when they hear it, because I'm giving you something that is already working, they are saying, wow, you know, he was asking me this, this, and this. It's like, yeah, it's just because he cares.
Right. Yeah.
Because he wants to be ready
for when you're ready.
Yeah,
exactly. That makes sense.
So and being assertive also works, because men in America, American women are very powerful and strong. Here's the example, right? Yes, they are actually the best communicants. They know how to talk to anyone about anything, any time of the day.
Yes, I would agree. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And one of the guys who was coming to me some time ago, he was an expat, and he would never become my client because he said, I'm so sick and tired of all these women being so secretive and being so quiet. I say, wait, when you get married, it changes. I don't want to wait, you know, I want to talk to someone. So he was going out to different restaurants and meeting expat women and making friends with them. I don't know where he is now, but the fact is that you will not get that with Ukrainian women because they are shy initially, and you are supposed to be shy, right? When in America, when you're dating, the guy isn't supposed to tell, yeah, I think this is, we go there, we do this.
Oh, no.
But here, you are supposed to do that. You are supposed to, women are expecting that you know what you're doing, and you, even when you are in a place that is foreign to you, right? Kyiv.
Right.
But, for example, you want to go dancing, you Google it and say, yeah, well, tomorrow we are going dancing to Arthur and Murray's studio, for example. But that shows that you're actually prepared, you're independent.
Yes, and you're a leader.
Yeah, they want a leader. No matter how rich you are, they want a leader because you can be, she feels very uncomfortable when you're saying you're this boss, you're that boss, you have this business, you have that business, and then she's dragging you by the hand over Kyiv. It doesn't
Translate.
look right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would say for men as well, it's important to recognize that courtship culture here is much more formal than in the U.S. So, in 1950s U.S., a man would come, pick you up, provide flowers, take you
Carry the bag.
Yeah. Nowadays, men don't really do that in the U.S., partially maybe because of feminism, partially maybe because of changing cultural norms. But here, that is still the expectation. If you show up to a date empty-handed, not a good look, gentlemen. Not a good look. You at least want to bring a couple flowers, some sort of chocolate, some little gift. And in fact, you never want to show up at anybody's place in Europe empty-handed. As a guest, you always want to bring a little something to your host. So just keep that in mind, that here the courtship culture is much more formalized and much more old school than in the U.S. And so if women are expecting you to pay and bring a gift, that's not because they're gold diggers, it's just the courtship culture here.
Oh yeah, and but one more time, being assertive, being proactive, being dynamic, with your communications, with things you want to do, being open about discussing kind of difficult questions like those that would be taboo on a third date in America, because you are abroad and you have limited time.
Yeah.
So you have to talk about things, and women get it. If there is something you don't like, for example, you notice that, I don't know, well, she is saying something that you don't accept, or she's describing somebody that is actually a good person, but she's like kind of negative about it. You stand up and say it, like, look, this is a good person, why you are talking badly, or something like this. So make your point clear, because women want to kind of provoke you with things and check it, like, who is stronger, me or you? Yeah? I'll like throw something, and then if you throw it back, like, oh, okay, you're strong, okay. It's the ability to dominate
Is key here, yes.
Yes, and you dominate when you're taller. What else? You dominate when you are
A leader, when you're very assertive, when you have a clear idea of what you want, and when you're willing to take the lead, right?
Yeah, and domination for you guys and for women, it evokes some pleasure centers in the brain, like we're happy when we can dominate. But the woman wants the guy to dominate in a relationship. She wants him to take the responsibility, to take the power, to be strong, because she's planning to have children with him. So his ability to dominate and solve the problems that she creates is the key.
So women here like to test men.
Yeah.
Yes.
And responding to that testing with your true inner feeling about this exact matter gives you the power to dominate.
Interesting. I think that is an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, watch us on YouTube and look for the keys to success, because things work a little bit differently here, and society in Ukraine changes immensely. And
yes.
Here's the witness.
Yeah, society since I've been here in 2012 has changed a lot, and she has good points that even though society is rapidly changing, there are still women who are looking for that leader kind of man.
No, we are looking only for leaders. she goes and gets it. That's not the point to success. So watch us. But leader isn't sitting on his sofa.
He's coming here.
He is making a phone call. He's writing an email to us. marriagebynatali@gmail.com. Write me your message. Write me your questions. What else you want to know, and I will answer them. I will find more specialists, and thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Natalie, for having me, and
Yes.
make sure to subscribe.
Yes, make sure to subscribe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.